Welcome back. Part two. Dump the term white in relation to race and political correctness. This is another diversion from my usual fare of economics, finance, the oligarchy. Well, the oligarchy's in this a little bit. Now, in part one, I gave you the two main reasons why I object to the term white in relation to people. So I'm not going to go over that again. Let me just very quickly take a couple of minutes or a few minutes to talk about the whole concept of using color to categorize people. My whole life, I've found this idea totally preposterous. For one thing, as I pointed out in part one, I've never seen a white person. I don't even think albinos are white. Pink, maybe, or whitish pink, but not white. I don't know any white people. Remember? That's white right there. And the same thing with black people. I've seen maybe one or two or three people in my whole life who I would consider black in color. Most black people are some shade of brown. And most Mexican Americans who the oligarchs refer to as brown, most of them are practically indistinguishable from so-called white people. And I've never seen a yellow person. I don't know what color Asians are, but they're not yellow. I've never seen a red person either. So this whole business of color, it's just inaccurate. If the government insists on categorizing people, which they apparently do, supposedly they have good reasons for tracking this group and this group and this group and this other group. They want to find out how much this one earns and how much this one spends and how much this one moves around the country. And, all of this is of value somehow to the Fed government. Well, I don't see it, but, hey, what do I know? If they insist on doing this, categorizing people, then we need to move completely to geographical roots, the origin of, the person's ancestors, or maybe even that person. So, for example, I object strenuously to white in describing me on government forms or any way else. But I don't mind European American. That's fine. My ancestors were from Ireland and Germany, and there might have even been an English bloke in there somewhere. I don't mind that. I don't mind Caucasian, although my ancestors, as far as I know, did not come from the Caucasus Mountains, and I think that's in Russia, if I recall. But I don't mind Caucasian. Anything but white. Now, another example of how silly all this is. I live in New Mexico. I've been here a couple of years. I love it. Great land, great people, great everything. 5 miles down the road from me is a town where I do my grocery shopping, get gas, that kind of thing. That is 87% Mexican American in population, according to, I think it was citydata.com or something like that. 87% Mexican American. So, what does the government use to describe these people, these folks? Well, I've only seen Hispanic on forms, and sometimes I've seen Latino. Well, you know what? These people around here are damn proud of being Mexican Americans, as well they should be. And the government is out of step. Maybe they should listen to the people instead of some sociology professor at some university somewhere. So anyway, African American, fine. Asian American, fine. Native American or American Indian, either one, fine. And by the way, you PC buffs, Russell Means, rest in peace, who was a Lakota Indian, what white people call Sioux Indian, and what's his name? I think it's Jonathan Echo Hawk of the Native American Rights Fund. Both of those gentlemen have stated publicly there is nothing whatsoever wrong with the term American Indian. Nothing. Now, I understand that some Native Americans object to that term, but many don't. And many that are, in positions of importance do not object to the term American Indian or just Indian. So you PC buffs who continually insist that they have to be called Native Americans, well, some of them don't think so. So anyway, that's the end of part 2. Let's dump the whole color scheme, folks. It's kind of ridiculous. You guys take care, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.